This is my large Monstera. It's getting too big to be in the house, so I'm going to take a couple cuttings off of it to propagate for family. So I'm going to show you guys how to propagate this plant. So you can't just take a cutting anywhere. For example, if you wanted to propagate this leaf here, you can't just cut it off right here. You need to have a node on it. So right here, you can see there is a node here with the aerial root growing out. So you want to cut below that. So I would cut this here. So it would be this leaf and then this other leaf that's attached. So I'm gonna look around on here and see the options and what I'm willing to get rid of. But that's all there is to it. You need to cut it below the node, and then you can either root it in water and then transfer it to soil. If you do it that way, once you transfer to soil, you need to keep the soil wet for a while, because the roots that you grow in water are going to be water roots. So to make the adjustment, they need to stay a little bit more wet than usual. Or you can just plant straight into soil and let it root that way. But I prefer to do the water method just because it's fun to watch the roots grow. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my cuttings now. All right, those are the cuttings I took off of my plant. You can see I cut below the node on each. This one has another root right here. You can see the line above the root there, the node and the node here, but I went ahead and cut below this second one just because I wanted to be safe, I guess. And then there's the other one. I also forgot to mention, with the water propagation, you're gonna want your cuttings to callus over before you stick it in the water, just to prevent any rotting from occurring. So those cuttings that I took off, I'm leaving them sit for about 24 hours, and then I'm gonna stick them in water and watch the roots grow. So let the cut that you just make on your plant to dry. You don't want it to be wet when you stick it straight into water, because it can rot that way. So that's what I'm doing now. I will put them in bases of water tomorrow, let them root, and I will take another video after they start rooting.